Hi guys, greetings to you all and you are welcome to the Stratford Africa channel. This is your match reaction video to the Leeds United game we played over the weekend. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. Was that a boring stalemate? I think the performance in general was good. Yesterday the boys played well. The performance in general was good. The work rate was there. The ideas was there. The only problem was that we couldn't get goals to sort of showcase for our display. I think we really started the game very well in the early minutes of the game. We started well and we played some beautiful football. We put together some nice patches of play, even though like in the final third those play broke down very silly, but the performance in general was good. That's what I think the performance was good. But after the game, when I logged onto social media, like I saw a lot of people lamenting and complaining and trashing the performance, and it didn't even start there. It started from the commentators and the pundits. They are always complaining. The pundits and the commentators these days are making the game to be all about goals. Don't get me wrong, if you're watching this, I'm not saying goals are not important. Goals are very important. But the whole game is not about goals. Like when you listen to them talk, anytime a team play a 0-0 draw, they talk about that game as if it's very boring, it's not exciting, it's not, nobody's trying to win the game and stuff like that. And to me, in my opinion, I didn't see that yesterday. Yesterday, especially for Manchester United, we tried to win the game. We tried to create chances. We were on Leeds United. We kept going at them and going at them. I really enjoyed the game, even though there was no goals to show for the entire performance. But I think the boys tried. They tried to win the game, even though some silly mistakes here and there let them down in the final third. But that doesn't mean the game was boring. No, yesterday the game was very open, and Leeds United, as I said in my match preview, I said that they will come to try and make amends. They are not going to play the way they played when we beat them 6-2 at Old Trafford. And if you watch the game very well yesterday, Leeds United were very organized defensively. Their defensive shape was very intact. They were not that open as everybody knows them to be. You see that our forwards, they didn't even get any chance to shoot. Leeds United were very defensively very well organized. They were throwing their bodies all over the place to try and block any shot from our attackers. Even though our attackers' performance was not at the best, but the game was not a boring game. Anybody who's trying to paint that picture, I disagree with them. There was some amount of excitement in the game, and people are slandering the manager and the boys as if they didn't try to win the game at all. I can count numerous chances that we created. We just didn't take our chances. I can, like the Rashford cross to James, Bruno's shot, Rashford free kick, Lindelof's long ball to Rashford. And yesterday we could feel that the connection between Lindelof and Rashford, that connection is going very well. Lindelof is always looking to pin those long balls to Rashford, from which we have scored a couple of goals this season. But yesterday, Rashford didn't take his last shot well, so the player was able to block it. So that being said, I think the pundits and the commentators should take a second look at themselves. They are making the game to so much about the goals that, like, it looks as if it's only goals that will make a game exciting. Yesterday's game was not that boring as they were painting the picture. So you see that like a team could just come and defend the whole 90 minutes and nick a goal, and they will talk about that performance as if it's something better than what happened yesterday. You understand? Nicking a 1-0 goal win is not more exciting than what I watched yesterday. So the game yesterday, it wasn't boring at all. And another interesting point too was Wan-Bissaka's performance. Wan-Bissaka was very impressive yesterday. His on the ball ability was very good. He He was not caught out of possession. He didn't give the ball away too silly. He was just using his body to dribble past a lot of the Leeds United players. But because we didn't win the game, that massive performance will not be appreciated well enough. But some of us who watch the game and and really take a very keen interest in the performance, we will take notice of it. It's not all about the results, even though the results is important. Goals are important. Goals are what we are playing the game for. But when we make the game all about goals, we lose focus on some other equally important aspects and areas. And also, as I said earlier, Leeds United was very, very solid defensively. I've never seen them defend that well than yesterday, except for the fact that even against City, they also defended well. So if you look at the way they've played ever since we beat them 6-2, they've taken notice of their defensive errors and they are trying to play to improve upon that. So yesterday's game, the performance from the boys, as I said earlier, was very good. And James's performance was not the best. It appears to me like he was the missing or the problem in our attack. And yesterday, a lot of the things we did going forward, attacking wise, was passing through him and he wasn't executing them well enough. So that led to our attack being broken down too easily. You remember the ball Bruno left for him to carry on. Bruno suspected he was offside himself, so he left the ball, and then James also left it. And then the Rashford pass, as I said earlier, in my opinion, he shouldn't have tried to control that ball. He should have just shot and see whether he can score from there or not. And Pogba also came on. Pogba had a similar chance that he should have also tried to put a shot on goal, but he tried to control it, and it all didn't end well. And also the subs from Ole yesterday was too late for me. It was too late for me. He brought Pogba on to play about 15 or 20 minutes, and Cavani for only 5 minutes. I really had a feeling that you could make it at the end of the game, but the subs didn't come on early enough. The subs were not on early enough, so they couldn't do much. And if you realize, ever since Pogba and Cavani came on, the tempo of the game got distracted. Leeds United kept committing fouls every 3 seconds, so we couldn't really get the ball down and play. So that's why we even at the end we couldn't do much. And with Leeds United, they were very, very physical yesterday. They were very, very physical yesterday. If you check the foul statistics, you will know. So we really dominated the game and we tried to win it. Those who are going about on social media talking as if we didn't try to win the game, it's not true. Unless, of course, you guys watch a different game from the one I watch. I know it's my opinion though, but we created some numerous chances and a lot of half chances that showed that we wanted to win the game. It's just disappointing that we couldn't go on and get the win. And the subs from the manager didn't come early enough. And right after they came on, the tempo of the game got distracted. Leeds United was committing fouls, technical fouls all over the pitch. So the play couldn't continue. So that being said, I think we really dominated the game. We had about 56% ball possession against Leeds United 44%. We had 16 shots. Leeds United had only 6 shots. And out of those 16 shots, we have 4 shots on target. And Leeds United also had 3 shots on target. Leeds United had a total of 299 accurate passes against Manchester United's 413 accurate passes. Leeds United considered 21 fouls. You can see that they were very, very physical, and they had about 4 or 5 yellow cards. Yes, and then also Manchester United considered 11 fouls. There was 2 corners in favor of Leeds United. United also got 6 corners in their favor, and then Leeds United had 2 offsides. United didn't commit even a single offside in the game. So I will see that Leeds United were trying to be direct. And then let's talk about the corners. We had 6 corners, and Maguire got at the end of a lot of them. He really has to improve on his aerial ability offensively. A lot of the corners he gets to them, but his output, he either heads to the goalkeeper or he heads it wide. He has to improve and give us a little bit of goals from the set pieces. So that being said, let's take a straight look into the player ratings. So Henderson, it was an average performance from him. Leeds United didn't really threaten him that much, and that's no fault of his. So I give him a 6 out of 10 score. And I think the defensive line was very, very solid. Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and Luke Shaw all of them, I'll give each one of them a 7 out of 10 score. And then the midfield also, our midfield also was good. Fred was good. McTominay, even though McTominay was playing, he was spending too much time on the ball. He wasn't passing it quick enough for me. I realized that he was always trying to take the extra touch and try to drive on the ball. When there were passing options available for him, that he could have just passed it and then the play will go on faster. So they all get 6 out of 10 for me. Bruno also played very, very well. If you remember, if you remember, it was a very fierce battle between him and Calvin Phillips. Leeds United was doing a very, very serious man marking job, and Bruno and Phillips, each of them didn't make it an easy day for the other. Bruno gave a lot of troubles for Calvin Phillips, just as he also troubled Bruno a lot. But that didn't take Bruno out of the game completely. He got involved a lot. So he also gets a 6 out of 10 score for me. And our attackers, that's where our problem really came from yesterday. James, as I said earlier, his performance wasn't good. Even though the work rate was there, the running around was there, he was winning fouls here and there, but there were some decisions that he didn't take them right. If he had taken those little few decisions correct, we could have gotten about 2 or 3 goals out of them. So James gets a score of 4 out of 10 for me. And Greenwood also was involved. He was trying to drop deep to collect the ball and hold up play and stuff like that. So Greenwood gets a score of 5 out of 10 for me. Rashford didn't play that much well, and he didn't play that much bad either. And he got substituted, so I'll give Rashford a score of 5 out of 10. The subs were not really on for that much for me, so they didn't do much. Somebody like Van de Beek was only on for about 2 minutes, so as for 2 minutes, how like which rating is he going to get? So that being said, I think the performance in general was good. It only lacked goals to show for it, but that it didn't make it a boring or a bad performance. And the results, a draw at Leeds United is not a bad result, even though we were all expecting to win. This season at home, they've gotten draws against the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, and they've even beaten Manchester City. So they are a good team. They are a good team. And when we play them, you've got to deserve to win. You understand? So the performance, as people are making it out to look, is not that, in my opinion. So I think that will be all from my end here about the game yesterday. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and please subscribe if you haven't. Please, I'm urging you to keep subscribing. We've been stuck at 50 subscribers for a long time now, so please do subscribe and let's push the growth of the community and the channel. Thank you all for watching. Until we meet again next time, bye bye.